When you start a practice, you might dedicate yourself to exercising every morning, meditating every night. Weeks and months go by, eventually you lose track and stop that habit where you started with so much enthusiasm. And that's when we say the practice really begins. Let's talk about it.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, beautiful thinkers. I'd like to talk about returning to the practice. So it happened that I've been going to the gym a lot. I've also been doing yoga a lot. And sometimes I wake up a little too late to get my 20 minutes of meditation in the mornings. And so last week, I don't know how many times I meditated, maybe only twice, which is maybe less than my highest expectations. That's fine. That's part of the process. On Monday, I was about to leave to do something, and I thought, well, I should meditate. Maybe I thought it like that in an auto-exigent way. Or maybe I thought, now is a time when I could meditate. I have time. I feel like I need to leave, but maybe I won't do the 20 minutes that I normally do. Maybe I just do 10 minutes because a little bit is always better than nothing. A little bit of meditation makes all the difference. One conscious minute in a day can begin a life full of transformation. So maybe I didn't verbalize it like that to myself in the moment. But I said at least 10 minutes. So I sat for 10 minutes. And at the end of the session, I said to myself, thank you. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for getting back on the horse, returning to the practice, because that's when the practice really counts. In fact, some people say that is the practice. Practice isn't when things are easy. The practice isn't when your concentration is very focused on the thing you're trying to focus on. The practice is when your mind wanders and goes to something else. You start thinking about daily, quotidian activities, how you're going to hang out the washing, or how you're going to pay your bills this month. And eventually, sooner or later, you realize that you are thinking. Once again, you become conscious and return your mind to the object of meditation. And then, in those moments, everything makes sense. Or, that is to say, maybe nothing makes sense. And maybe nothing needs to make sense. When you return to that place in meditation, your body, just a sort of vague suggestion, your mind starting to loosen a little bit, loosen its grip. Your attention turns wide and you feel something. What is it? What is it that you feel in that moment? Well, something very difficult to describe. Likewise, when we turn away from the practice, when we become unconscious, we allow momentum to take over and don't exercise discipline. And it might be a few days, a few weeks, a few months, a few years. Finally, we bring our consciousness into that moment and decide, now I return to practice. Just like the fable of the prodigal son returning to his father's house. He says, yes, now I am here again, and now I am ready to practice, to do the right thing, to express clearly those things that are in my heart that may reveal even greater, even holier secrets. Now we have a moment to return to practice. Thank you for listening, and thank you when you do fall asleep, when you do stop practicing. Thank you for those moments when you finally bring your awareness back and practice.
A beautiful thought.
Thank you for coming along for the ride. Thanks for sharing this around to your friends, checking out the website, beautifulpodcast.com, if you're looking for some coaching, some help in your life, a way of looking at things differently. Then you can jump on to beautifulpodcast.com, sign up, schedule yourself in for a cognitive behavioral session with me, and have a wonderful day.